what you saw in that last video that I did, which was a year ago, I saw something in that video that I didn't think was right, and I corrected it then, and I haven't really put up too many rotary videos since then. And it's something I've seen other people do in videos when they're demonstrating rotary, and I think it's kind of a bad habit to get into, and that is jerking the polisher every time you get to an edge, and kind of lifting the side and then going back. Something that I was doing in that M3 video that you saw me, I was coming down and then kind of doing this motion, and even though it was fluid, and I always try to emphasize fluidity, I don't think it's right. I don't think it's proper technique. I don't think it's the best way, the most efficient way to correct on any stage, middle step, compounding, or finishing. So I'm using a finishing pad here just to show you, because I can do everything a little slower with the video, and you can see I have it's one of these 3M type waffle pads. I got it at one of those detailing list meets that I went to, and I really like these pads a lot. They're very good. And the 3M backing plate. I don't like using like a 6.5 or a 7-inch foam with a 5-inch backing plate. There's way too much overhang. You don't have the same control, and also the face of the pad isn't in constant contact with the paint, so it just doesn't seem logical to me. I'd rather have a smaller pad where I have full control over the whole thing, and I can lean up on it and get wherever I need to, and I have full control the whole way through. So, like I said, I obviously don't want to jerk the polisher. I'm going to show you what I was doing in that last video, and I correct it now. So that's 900 RPM. What I was doing when I came to an edge is I was kind of doing this little motion. And it's something I see in videos sometimes, like on YouTube. You know, if you type in rotary finishing, some people do that, and I don't think it's really the best way to polish. And now, what I did and I corrected back then, and I'd like to show you, is to keep everything flat and smooth the whole time. And when you do come to an edge, is to not jerk it and then go back and overlap, is to stop and then go back smooth, and keep everything fluid the whole way through. I used to polish kind of fast, especially in the finishing stage, where I would just be going tons and tons and tons of passes. I still like to make a lot of passes, but I like to do them slower. The reason I like to do them slower is obviously when you're finishing, you want to bring out the most amount of glosses you can. But also, if there's anything left over in the paint from compounding or the middle step, whatever it is, you want to refine it out slowly. So you essentially spend the same time finishing, because I'm not making a million passes, I'm making less passes, and everything is just kind of more dialed and have more control, and I just think it's a more efficient way to polish. So each time, basically what I'm trying to explain is that you have the pan rolling over the paint at a slower speed. So it's kind of slow, and in that time, you have more time to massage out the defects, any last holograms, whatever it is, and then you keep going kind of this way, opposed to doing this. Okay, I can do this 10 times and get the same result, or I can do this twice and get the same result. But in that way, I have more control and I'm more consistent. So I'm going to bump it up to like 1200 RPM. So like I said, it was just slower, more even passes. I wasn't doing that ridiculous, jerky type of motion. Yeah.